Morning, church family. I pray that you're doing well this morning and this week, that the Lord continues to sustain you and day by day give you daily bread that you're seeing and receiving and feasting on in a sustaining way. I've been thinking often in these days of the end of some of these letters that we have in the Bible that Apostle Paul, the Apostle Peter, Apostle John, these apostles wrote, where they're saying again and again, certainly as apostles, that were moving around and they weren't as locked into one particular local church like us pastors are, and they would write back to these churches and they'd often say, I wish I could be with you face to face. I wish I could just be there with you, but because I'm not, I want you to tell so and so hi, and so and so hi, and so and so hi, and give this brother, this sister greetings, and on and on. And so I've just felt like I've been living in those verses, as a pastor now in a unique way, just as we are apart, and I'll see somebody at Kroger or on the block or elsewhere, and it'll be this just moment of recognizing that we, even if we've seen each other, we haven't been with each other, and then their roommates or their spouses or whoever they're connected to in the church that I haven't seen or been with either. It's always in a different way than it was before. Just please tell so and so hi. Please tell so and so we miss them and love them, and so we're living in these days, and I've just been so encouraged by the way that the Spirit of God has kept us together, and even in so many different ways strengthened the bonds of our love that are expressed in different ways in our church covenant throughout these months. And so I just wanted to really briefly encourage you. We have a member meeting this Sunday night, and it's at 5 p.m., 5 to 6, 6:15, and just want to encourage you to be there. We're really, as we head toward the fall, we're trying to sort of regather ourselves in some ways on Zoom, limited as it is, and just really begin to look out into the months ahead of just how we're going to continue to endure together in faith and hope and love during these days where so many things, are just continuing to be up in the air. And so we're going to talk about a number of things, celebrate a number of things Sunday night. I know we haven't had a member meeting in a long time, but we're going to affirm some new members. We're going to give you an update on members that have transitioned away. We're going to vote on our budget, so that's a big deal. We're going to give sort of high-level operations update and just the various ministries of what's going to be happening and what already is happening among our church. And then, we'll talk about just kind of looking ahead and just what is our life together going to look like. We've sort of placed these values out in front of us of maintaining relational connection, promoting relational connection, strengthening relational connection, and at the same time trying to maintain some semblance of our corporate identity and our unity, which is hard to do when you're not all able to gather together like we've traditionally enjoyed. And so we're going to keep talking and thinking about that together as a church, and if nothing else, it'll just be another moment where we'll get to be together on Zoom. And so please do your best to be there. I know that, July, it's travel season and people are in and out, but hopefully not as much, I would assume, in this season. But even if you're away, I hope that you could hop on and just be with us on Sunday night as we try to prayerfully and humbly lean into what it looks like to continue to be a church, to continue to be a city within our city as we head into another fall, and a fall that we suspect will be much, much different than any fall we've ever been a church together in our city, and yet at the same time a fall that will be ripe with opportunities that we may not have ever seen, but are being inclined to see because of the uniqueness of this season. And so I love you, and I really do wish, even as we were talking about earlier, as the apostles, I just echo their sentiments. I know what they mean now when they say, I long to be with you face to face. And so I'm praying for you even this morning, and trust that the Lord today will give you your daily bread.